Hello and welcome to the Feminine as Fuck podcast. I'm your host, Monica Yates, a period and women's life coach, where I help women to harness the power of their period and connect back to their true superpowers. In these episodes, we'll be talking about all things periods, vaginas, hormones, women's health, sex, confidence, food, femininity, and all the stuff that goes through our heads. You will walk away from each episode with new nuggets and truth bombs, as I don't seem to have a filter and I love talking about all the shit that people are too afraid to say, but everyone is thinking. We are back and I am feeling so inspired. I just kicked out an epic reformer Pilates class, so I'm nice and sweaty, and I think I have slightly fixed my sound issue because you guys know, I was sitting under my doona on my bed and the sound was great. Like, it was fantastic. But the sweat factor was just not okay. So I'm now sitting in my hall cupboard, but I'm feeling like it's working. So please let me know if you're like, no, it's not working, Monica. But I've just re-listened to that little bit and I feel like it is working. It may not be perfection, but I am sweaty. So we're going to make do because I want to record podcasts for you guys when I'm feeling all the high vibes. Okay, so today I was just like, I need to do a podcast about this. Like, I was on my list. I was going to do it. But then I was like, today is the day. Today's the absolute day, because today I have made the biggest investment I've ever made in myself and my business. So I hired a new business coach. I've had business coaches in the past, blah, blah. I've had coaches in the past and in the present and whatnot, and right now, and will continue to do so in the future. I mean, I can't make other people get coaches, or not make, but I can't suggest to other people you need a coach and then me not get one. That makes absolutely no sense. However, this was the biggest investment that I've made. And before I went into it, before I even had the call with her, I was like, hell's yes. I just knew with my whole body that I was a yes. So I want to talk about my thought processes, the hesitations that came up, and sort of what I did to get over it and to break through the fear-based thoughts, but also just to share with you guys that, you know, being fearful is totally normal when you make a new investment in yourself, okay? So let's just talk about investing in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the best things you can do for yourself. On an energetic perspective, in terms of like manifestation and talking to the universe and abundance and all that sort of stuff, whenever you say yes, you communicate that to the universe. The universe then knows, okay, Monica says yes to these things. Okay. And it's also reiterating the relationship you have with X, Y, and Z. Okay. But then every time you say no, you are communicating that's a no. So let's say every time you say no to spending money on yourself, you are communicating that spending money is bad or that you are not worth it. Okay. Do you see that? And every time you say yes to something, you're saying, I am worthy, I'm abundant, and it's a flow-on effect, and it's a never-ending cycle of money, and there's constant abundance. Money is constantly flowing into you with ease, okay, with ease and with grace. Just like when you're in a relationship and you are allowing somebody to cross your boundaries, you are saying that is okay. Babe, that ain't fucking okay. So in a relationship sense, when you break up with somebody because you say, you know, you break up with them because of, let's say they weren't communicating, or they weren't communicating enough with you, right? You like someone that can call you once a week or whatever, and that's freaking not much to ask. And if they're like, well, if they say to you like, I can't do that, well, babe, if you then are like, okay, don't worry, we can still be together, you are communicating to the universe that not having your needs met is okay. But more than that, you're actually communicating to the universe that this in a partner is okay, but it's not okay. Well, for you or for me. Okay, so every time you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. Okay, and every time you say yes to something, you're saying yes to more of those things in a positive and a negative sense. So that's a really important thing to note. So when you're investing in yourself, when you are spending money on yourself, you are saying more of this, more money, more abundance, that you are worthy. You're also trusting and you believe that it will come back tenfold. Okay, I wouldn't have invested in that coach out of a place of fear. I invested in her because I just fucking know that I'm going to hit six figures this year. I just absolutely know that it's going to come back to me tenfold, because I also know that I'm going to put the effort in. I mean, if you're not going to put the effort in, then don't expect any results, because it takes two to tango. But I know that I'm going to put the effort in, so of course it's going to come back to me. okay? Because I am literally communicating to the universe that I am worthy, that I trust in the universe to guide me, that I'm going to put someone just fucking texted me, that I am going to put the effort in to the process. And more than that, I believe in myself, because I do. I do believe in myself, and you need to believe in you too, because you can do everything you set your mind out to. All right, there is the mind, quote unquote, the mind in the universe. There's your mind, and then there's the mind, which is like, imagine it's like an array of clouds, okay? It's like the cloud, like the apple cloud, okay? Your thoughts and your ideas and your whatever that pops into your head doesn't just come out of batshit nowhere. It comes out of the mind. And the mind is social conditioning, everybody else's thoughts, how you've been brought up, all this shit, okay? You don't just make shit up out of absolutely nowhere. The reason why you have thought that you can do something is because it is possible. You wouldn't think of something if it wasn't possible, or if somebody else hadn't already done it. Okay? Just like, what's the Apple dude called? Oh crap. I'm really bad with general knowledge. The Apple dude, okay? Just like the Apple dude thought about an iPod one day, or an iPhone or whatever, and then he made it. The thought is the first bit. The fact that I can visualize and I can see my future gives me so much trust that as long as I keep taking inspired action, not pushing from a place of fear, but taking inspired action, I will get there with ease and with grace. Okay? So I made this investment out of complete love and abundance, and also because every part of my being was saying yes. And the thing is, if you don't change, if you don't invest in yourself, that's fine. But don't expect yourself to get results. Don't expect your outcomes to change. It's only when you actually change what you're doing that your outcomes will then change. Okay? And if this is triggering you in any sense, then it is a doorway for you to explore your own money issues and your own money story and the beliefs you have around money. If you're going, oh, Monica's just being like up herself or being cocky or whatever you want to say, that's actually just you being triggered. But you know what? Every time that you're triggered, it's fantastic. It's an opportunity for you to go, hold on a second. What is triggering me about this? What are the shadows I have around this? And how can I learn from this? Okay? So that's a really, really key, important thing. But what I was saying before is if you keep doing what you're already doing, i.e. not investing in yourself, not hiring coaches or therapists, or I don't know, getting supplements and stuff, then you're going to keep getting the same fucking results. Do you want the same results? If you do, that's fine, but then don't go complaining to somebody else. And you know, most women that are listening to my podcast are probably going to want better results, either better periods, better hormones, better sex life, better confidence, more abundance, more money, a growing business. Hopefully most of us here want growth, want abundance in every area, in our business, in our love life, in our health, in our happiness, in all of those areas, okay? So I guess the first thing is I want you to, if you're driving, don't do this, but if you're not driving, just close your eyes for a second, or just allow your mind to just come to stillness for a second. And I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to notice what pops into you straight away. Not what is the correct answer, okay? Not what your ego is saying, but what straight away pops into your head, or how your body feels straight away, okay? So just hold on to yourself for a second. Just breathe. Okay. How does money feel in your body? Now, whatever came up, that is your story around money. So the first time I asked myself that, it was bad and hard work. Okay? So in order for me to get money or have money, I have to work really, really, really hard. That was my belief. Okay? So I want you to just take note of what your belief was there. That's what you need to work on. All right? And it's really important that you note that with your vision and stuff and the things you want to achieve, you can absolutely achieve all of those things, but you need to add emotion to the vision. When you have emotion tied to the vision, that is when you actually engage your subconscious, and when you can do reprogramming, and when you can achieve the goals that you want. So get emotional with your vision, and when you get emotional, you can engage your subconscious mind, and your subconscious does not know the difference between real and fake. So it will believe everything that you're envisioning as though that's your real life, which means that you embody the energy and the abundance of that so that you are then an energetic match for the things that you want to attract in the universe, okay? All right. So if you want change, if you want to create a newer, better version of yourself or something, you have to become somebody new. You have to change your limiting beliefs. You have to let go of the old crap that's been holding on to you. So I want to talk about my situation, for example, as just like an example for you guys. So I had like no real excuse for saying no besides money. So I was all in. I absolutely love my new coach. There was absolutely no red flags, and I've had red flags with other coaches in the past. Absolutely no red flags. Every part of my being was just like throwing me. It was like there was this force like pushing me towards her and like into our Zoom call, like into my fucking computer, right? It's like throwing my tits in her. And every part of me was just like, yes, 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 yes. And I literally said to her, my hesitation is I'm about to go to New York. I want to have plenty of money so that I can buy champagne and go out for dinners and party and have fun and not have to worry at all. And then I also need money because I have to fly to my cousin's wedding in Italy in June, July, and I haven't bought my fucking tickets yet because I keep putting it off. Because I don't want to, I just can't be bothered, and I keep putting it off, and I keep putting it off, and probably for some fucking, it's a bloody money block. I don't want to spend the money, and I'm hoping that, last minute, there'll be a cheap flight or something ridiculous. That's just a fucking dumb idea, Monica, but whatever, I keep doing it. So I now have to pay $2,500 to fly to Italy for my cousin's wedding, and I would not miss it for the world. I'm not missing it because I love her so much, and she is just like, we're two peas in a pod. We are like the same person, but like we even fucking kind of look the same. Like it's weird how similar we are. So wouldn't miss it for the world. Love, love, love her fiance. Love all of that. It's gonna be an amazing adventure, right? And this is me being stuck in my business brain too much and almost being too obsessed with my business, right? I literally am like, okay, I'll just fly over there for the wedding and then I'll fly back home. So I'm gonna spend $2,500 and spend 4 days in Lake Como. Is that not the dumbest idea that you have ever heard? You fly all the way to Europe. I work for myself. I can take holidays whenever I want. I can work from anywhere. And yet I'm only going to stay there for 4 days and then fly home because that's how badly I want to be able to work. Because that's how much I love my business. And I love that I love my business that much. I'm so grateful that I love my business that much. But if you were my coach for a second, would you not be like, Monica, that's like not fucking healthy. Like there's something wrong with you because that's not okay. I agree, sister. It's not okay. So that was my block. And then I was like, and then my goal for this year and what I'm intending and manifesting is that I move to New York at the end of the year. So I want to make sure I have enough money for that. Now, the way of looking at this, and they're all valid points. Don't get me wrong, they're all valid points, but that was my only block. Okay, that was my only block. So if we were only looking at money, there's situation A and situation B. Situation A is that I don't spend the money. And I keep growing my business by myself and it will keep growing and I'll keep getting clients and blah, blah, blah. But probably going to have to keep like working really hard, probably making some mistakes and not growing as fast as I potentially could. But at least I haven't spent X amount of money. Okay, that's part A. Great. Cool. Or part B is that I spend the money and then I make it back threefold or fivefold or sixfold. And before I even go to New York the first time in Feb and March, I've already made the money back. And by the time I'm in Italy for my cousin's wedding, I've already hit 6 figures. And then by the time I want to move to New York at the end of the year, I've made $200,000. Can you see how there is part A and part B, but which option do you want to go with? Because if you really look at it, the chance of me not making the money back is so effing slim, especially when I've talked to her and there's just no doubt in her mind. There's no doubt in my mind that I wouldn't make the money back. There's no doubt in my mind that she wouldn't help me grow. Like there is just so much yes, 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 yes. There's no doubt in terms of would it work? I know it will work. So then why the fuck would I choose the option that would allow me to not take the tiniest risk? The tiniest risk, because there's a much, 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 much bigger chance that with me taking inspired action, I'll make the money back threefold. Much bigger chance. So why the F would I take the option A? I'll tell you why people take the option A, because it's easier. It's easier to not have to sit in the discomfort or the pain of like, wow, I've just really invested in myself. Wow, I just really put myself first. It's easier to stay where you already are, because there is an element of when you jump into this new dimension, there's fear that comes up. Fear came up straight away for me. I felt like I was going to throw up. I was just like the adrenaline rush. I had to phone my mom, phone my best friend. I was like texting her and I was like, oh my God, like I'm so excited. What the fuck have I done? Was this a mistake? Just all this flood of self-doubt, right? That's totally normal, because if there wasn't that flood of self-doubt, something would be telling me, I'd be then thinking, something isn't right here. Because it's only when you actually step outside of your comfort zone and when you're about to up level that you then feel all this like, that's in your brain. If I was staying in my comfort zone, then I wouldn't be feeling this change. But because I'm actually taking a big leap, I'm feeling it. And let me tell you, it's fucking exciting. And it's fucking a driving force. It's a driving force in terms if you were to invest in a health coach. It's a driving force if you were to invest in a business coach or a life coach or a sensuality coach or a relationship coach or anything else. It is a driving force, because you go, fuck me, this is amazing. I'm reaching a higher level. Like my energetic frequency was like boom through the roof. I went to fucking Pilates after this, right? And it was like, we were on the freaking heavy springs and I was like, this isn't heavy. Like I was like, the teacher was like, we're going to put on a blue and yellow, but keep in mind that it is a bit heavy. And I kind of looked at him and I was like, oh, because it was like an arm thing. And I'm like, I don't have the strongest arms. So I normally have to go on like the beginner spring for arms instead of intermediate, or I just don't have good form. And I like to have good form. And then I did it and I was like, this is not fucking heavy. Like, can we go upper spring? Because the thing is that when you're operating on a higher frequency, everything becomes easier. You are an abundant, attractive force for everything else out there in the universe that's on that same vibration. So what else is on that same vibration? Love, money, new clients, opportunities, travel, growth, all those things up there, high up there, that feel amazing when you invest in them, that feel amazing when you're in them. They are all there. When you're up in this frequency, there ain't no fear, there ain't no stress, there ain't no worry, there ain't no sadness, there ain't no lack of self-confidence or self-doubt. There is just pure fucking bliss and a high. It's a natural fucking high is what it is. And the thing is, with coaches and other people, they also help you grow because you can't see it when you're in it. So whether it's your own limiting patterns or whether it's your own business or whatever, when you are really in something, you can't see your own shadows, okay? And you can't release the stuff that you're holding on to by yourself, all right? Any shame, any self-doubt, anything that you're doing wrong or not in anything that you're doing that's not for the highest good, for your highest self, it lives in secrecy. It lives in secrecy, and the only way to actually pull that shit out is for somebody else to see it. You can't see it yourself. You need to invest in somebody else because they will help you to heal that. They will call it out for you. They will bring it out for you. They will show you it so you can actually confront it and allow it to move through you and to heal, okay? And I just really believe that there is no point in you sitting in situation A that I explained before. How is that going to create a fulfilling life? And if you're listening to this, you want a fulfilling life, don't you? You fucking want an amazing life. You want all the things that you can have. And guess what, babe? You can have all the things. You can have all the things that you would like and all the things that you desire, because we do live in a very abundant universe. There is no shortage. Absolutely no shortage. But you can't expect those things to come from you if you aren't putting in the work yourself. And don't tell me, well, I'm reading the books and stuff, so it's that's me investing in myself. If you're investing in yourself $30, do you think that's really enough to make a big change? No. And I'm also saying this to myself, don't get me wrong. Do you really think that's a big enough change? No. And the bottom line is, for most people, I mean, this isn't the case for me because when I read a book, I study it. When you read a book, you read it and you forget it. Unless you're making notes and then you're actually taking action. Knowledge isn't power. Action is power. I'm going to repeat that. Knowledge is not power. Action is power. Actually doing the things that you have learnt and putting that knowledge into action, that is power. So actually investing in yourself and actually taking the action, that is where you will see the results. And let me tell you, you will see them faster. I have no doubt. The thing is, and even my coach was saying this, she has no doubt, I have no doubt that I know where I want to be. I have no doubt that I will get there. She has no doubt that I will get there. And I could get there without her help. But it's so much more fun when you have other people's help. And it's a lot more fun when you get there faster and with a lot more ease. I have no doubt, babe, that you will get the period of your dreams if you keep fucking working at it hard. But do you want to have to keep slugging away month after month after month, waiting for a good period? And then maybe 3 years down the track, you'll finally experience one. Or you can go to a professional and be like, this is my stitch, get me the fuck out of it. And they can be like, no worries, babe, got you back. And then you're fixed up within 3 months. Or less than 3 months. The reason why I say 3 months, side note, is because it does take 90 days for your follicle to come around into ovulation. So generally speaking, it takes 90 days to see results. But I actually have gotten clients results a lot faster than that, which blows my mind every time. Anyway, back to what we were saying. So you can do the things that you want to, but the question is, do you want to get there faster and have more fun along the way? Because I sure as hell do. And that's why I was just like, fuck this, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I really am believing that at the end of this year, I'm going to look back and go, oh my God, why did I ever think to not invest in her? Why did I ever fucking think that? Seriously. Because I'd also much rather think, at least I tried. But even still, I just know there's not going to be an at least I tried because I just have so much yes towards her. But whatever. You'd rather look back and be like, oh, lesson learnt, than a what if. And this is also, I'm going to go into relationships. This is also the same when you're in a relationship or something. Or even when you're trying something new in your life. You would rather look back and be like, well, I tried everything. I was open. I was honest. I was completely myself. I was vulnerable. I was real and I was authentic. And he didn't like that. So his fucking loss, mate. You'd rather look back and be able to say that than look back and go, oh, what if I was more open and more honest and more of myself and more vulnerable and I wasn't so in a fear-based pattern? Because if I didn't invest in her after that call because of fear of money, do you really think that I could then attract new clients, more abundance, more money my way? No. Do you really think that my subconscious could then sit in a coaching call with me, or like a discovery call, and then consciously tell somebody I am worth the investment when I am not even investing in myself? Fuck no. Also on that, do you think it'd be fair for me to invest in somebody that's charging less than what I charge, but expect me to grow to greater results? Of course that could happen, but no, because the thing is, you want somebody that's already got what you have. So if you want a good period, you want to see me because I've already got a good period. If you want to have great body confidence, great self-confidence and self-worth, I've been through the times where I didn't have that, but now I have so fucking much of that sometimes my mind wonders, what the fuck did I do to you? I have so much of that it means that clients go, I want that, which means that on a subconscious level, they not only want to work with me because they trust me, but because they also know if she can get there, I can get there. If she's at that level, I can get up to that level. So if my coach obviously charges more than per session than I charge per session, which allows me to go, I'm going to get to that amount one day. And if she's making X amount a year, I can go, I'm going to get to that one day, because if she can do it, I can do it. And that's a really important thing. You want to be investing in people that already have what you don't currently have, because they're your role model. They're who you're looking up to. Okay? And they've got all the love and everything to give you, so there's going to be no fear in your mind. And that's a really, really important note to also mention. And I mean, I'm an all-in sort of girl. I'm a guns blazing. I'm fucking as Sagittarius as one can get. I mean, if you literally Google Sagittarius and then read it, that is Monica to a T. But with your life and with business and relationships, and maybe not so much relationships, because sometimes, not going guns blazing is kind of a good idea to scare anybody off. But at the end of the day, your man, the man for you, you can go guns blazing and he will fucking love it, because he won't play games, and that is your man or woman. But no James Bond movie ever fucking started off with like a soppy beginning. It never started off slowly, did it? It started off with a fucking bang. It started off with freaking, I can't remember the actor's name, but like jumping off the cliffs and skiing and jumping out of helicopters and blah, 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 okay? You don't need to have a runway to take off. You can just take off. You don't need to go slow and steady. All right? I mean, you don't need to be stupid about it, but you also don't need to go slow and steady. I'm allowed to be like, okay, I made 5 figures last year. Great. Very, very proud of myself. Very happy with that progress. Go me, living in abundance. Living in an abundant mindset. Okay? But there's no reason why I can't just fucking take off and be like, I can make 6 figures in my second year of business. I can make 6 figures. If other people can do it, I can fucking do it. There's no reason why you have to do things slowly. Okay? So just get to the point of what you really want. Like, what do you really want? I'm asking you right now. What do you really want? Sit with that. Marinate in it. What do you really want? Go get it. Go fucking get it. Be unstoppable. Be an unstoppable bitch. I'm serious, okay? Because at the end of the day, the real challenge normally is time. Well, everybody has the same amount of time, so find it. And then also it's always money. Well, dumb, because if you really want something bad enough, you will absolutely find a way to get there. Abso-fucking-lutely. And at the end of the day, what good is money? Just like, obviously savings is good, I'm not saying that. But if your money is just sitting in your bank account and it's not there for any real purpose and you're not doing anything with it, you're just like using it as a security blanket. And don't get me wrong, you never want to like not have money and not have a security blanket. Money is important because we do need financial security, because that is an important need that we have as humans. We need to know that we can survive and put food on the table and we're not going to be in danger and we have shelter, 100%. But if you know that you can still have that, then what good is just like this dead energy sitting on your bank account? Use it, especially if your heart is saying fucking go for it. You will get it back tenfold, okay? And the thing is, the reason why we also run away from these sort of scary things that are outside our comfort zone and are fearful, like I was talking about in the beginning, is because anything that our ego kind of says like no to, or like deems scary, the only reason why it's deemed as scary doesn't mean something bad's going to happen or that you shouldn't do it. It's actually just, it's because it's outside of your comfort zone, it gives off this possible danger alert. And this possible danger alert means possible death in the caveman days. Guess what, babe? We ain't in no caveman. There is no possible death. You are not going to die. Well, I hope you're not going to die. You are going to be fine, okay? And that's why you have that like, oh my God, I shouldn't do it. All this self-doubt, all this ego talk, all this like fear is actually just your biological reptilian brain being programmed. And if you know that, if you can just speak to it, hey fear, just pull it out, fear. This is why you're scared. You're scared because it's something new. You're scared because this means growth and this is outside my comfort zone. But babe, let me tell you, babe, this can mean so much amazing growth for you. So much amazing growth. Just lean into it, because don't forget that every single part of you is saying a hell's yes. Every part of you is saying a yes. You know it's a yes. You know it's the right thing to do. And you know that you're going to take the action. And if you are going to put in the hard yards, if you're not going to let things get in the way from getting your dreams and your goals, and you aren't going to just let, shit topple onto you, but you are going to put in the hard work and be okay when people call you up on your bullshit, then you will get the result. So do not be scared about it. If you can pull that fear out and speak to it like that and be rational, be reasonable, and just give it that comfort it needs, it'll go away. Because fear is just a feeling. It's just an emotion. And emotions don't control you unless you let them. I can let that fear control me. I could have let that fear control me by going, oh my God, what have I done? Gotten into bed and gone to sleep, or had a nap or something to just try and not have to feel and to numb. But I did not do that. I talked to it. I called my friend. I called my mom, talked it out, spoke to my coach, sent her a message, was like, fuck. She was like, don't worry, babe. I've got you. I've absolutely got you. Okay? And that was all my fear needed to know. I did a meditation. I did my abundance reprogramming that I give my clients. Okay? I did that abundance reprogramming, and my subconscious was like, we got this. We got this. I jump on my Instagram. I give you guys the high vibes. You guys send me great messages being like, you're right, Monica. Thank you for this reminder. I got so many messages once I posted quickly about just touching on this subject just after I made the investment. So many of you were like, yes, 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 yes. And that's all my fear needed to know. That's all my fear needed to know. But it's done. It's done. Fuck it. My biggest freaking mantra, I don't have a mantra of I love myself. My mantra is YOLO, fuck it, and that's pretty much it. And why not? YOLO, fuck it, and why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? So YOLO is a big one, because I'm I don't want to be lying on my deathbed and be like, oh, I wish. So that's that. And that's a really big one with self-confidence, which I'll talk about in another episode. And then my fuck it is literally because I'm oh, fuck it. Nobody's going to die. That's another big one. Fuck it. No one's going to die. So that's another big one. And I just say that to myself. And I'm it's fine. Everything's going to be great. I believe in me 110%. I'm calling in more clients. I'm calling in more abundance. And you know what? It's easier to call that in because I know that I'm investing in myself. It is so much harder to call that shit in on a subconscious level, because if you're I'm calling it in, yes, I'm investing in myself, yeah, but you're actually fucking not, then how are you going to call it in? How's the universe going to be yeah, it's going to be no, Monica, you're not investing in you. But if I'm when I invest in a coach or an appointment with somebody or whatever, and I'm hell to the fucking yes, the universe is yeah, girl, we have your back. Go you. And on a subconscious level, every time then I'm telling somebody else to invest in me, I'm yes. As a coach, you cannot not be investing in yourself, because then how do you consciously, ethically, morally get on a fucking call and tell somebody else to invest in you? How? And on a subconscious level, they're going to be able to sense that you're not investing in you, so they're not going to invest in themselves. Take action in yourself. When you take action within yourself, when you invest in yourself, when you take responsibility for your own growth, that is where the magic happens. And I don't know why I'm whispering. If you would like to take action and have all the magic happen, which I hope you fucking do, I am launching my first, most fucking epic group program. It's called the Feminine as Fuck Mastermind, and I am holding space for just a handful of women, and their space is already gone. So if you feel like you're a little bit stuck, where, things in your life just aren't where you want them to be, where you're sick of not loving yourself, where you're sick of not walking past the mirror and looking at yourself and going, damn, I would tap that. If you're sick of just not being the best fucking version of yourself, babe, I want you to step into your power. This whole program is really about harnessing that power, stepping into your power, harnessing the fierce feminine, getting more confident, all that juicy stuff. I'm going to put the link below in the description. Okay, if this is just fucking feeling like a bit of a calling, I want you to jump on that link and have a read, because I would love for you to take the leap, stand in your power, and like I've been talking about today, say to the universe, yes, I am worthy. These are my standards. I'm working on myself, and I'm attracting other people and other things in my life that are at that same fucking standard, same level. All you got to do is decide and take action. And yes, it's scary, but guess what? That's the law of change. Remember, as I've said this before, as soon as you start changing, as soon as something new comes into your life, you're met with resistance because action is being taken. So if that sounds like something for you, please click the link in my description below, because I would absolutely love to have you. All right, I think that's all I really need to jiff on. If you guys love this episode, can you please tell me why you loved it? Can you please send me a message on Instagram or send me an email, hello@monicayates.com.au, and we will get back to you. If you want to work with me, please reach out. If you want to be a client, all my program links are in my description. But that is pretty much it for now. But yeah, if you want, I really want to know what your biggest takeaway was from today. So I would actually love it if you can share it with me. I would be so grateful actually if you could like screenshot this episode and put it on your Instagram story and tag me so I can see it, but also then like your friends and stuff can see it, and I'm sure there's nuggets in here that they'd be able to pick up on and that they would really value. And sometimes we know these things, but we just need to be reminded, and that's okay. A lot of the time, we just need to be reminded and have a little shove up the ass. So if you wouldn't mind sharing this on your Instagram, I'd be really, 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 really grateful, so that more people can listen to it, and so that I can help more women and grow my biz and just create a more amazing space to help support and educate women about their bodies and life and periods and sex and confidence and all that stuff with my really down-to-earth sort of no bullshit approach, which you guys all know about. So I hope this episode gave you guys some feelings of abundance and some high vibe-ness to carry out throughout your day. And I will talk to you later. Well, thank you again for tuning in and listening to my podcast. I hope that you got lots of nuggets out of today's show. Please, 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 I would be really grateful if you could leave me a review so that more women can find the podcast, and therefore I can help more women understand their period and fix their period problems. Because after all, it's a much nicer life to live when we actually love our cycle, because we do have to keep up with it every single month. Also, if you have any friends or loved ones that you think would enjoy my podcast, I'd be super grateful if you could send it to them as well, just to share the love. And that's it for now, so I will catch you on the flip side. Have an amazing day or night wherever you are.